Hey guys, today I want to cover boot laces, and more specifically in the wildland firefighting arena. We're very hard on our boots and our laces. These have been sort of backups. I believe these came with a pair of boots of mine. These are basically just a nice lightweight, small, standard ones, but they don't last very long. And so a lot of wildfire guys will carry leather laces. These are in a plastic bag because I basically soak them with the liquid open-offs just to keep them conditioned for when I need them. The open-offs is a little slick when they're first impregnated, and then they will get a little tacky as their essential oils dry out and the beeswax is left behind. They do help grab on, and I actually find that they hold, once you tie your knot in the morning, they hold up very well. And for several years I had really good luck with these. These are just a leather lace that comes off a larger roll. And a couple years ago, I went through 3 different pairs in one season. Now, this could also be attributed to the fact that once boots start getting worn, you may have some eyelets that get crimped, that start wearing in, and things of that nature. I will say last year, I decided to try the Open-Offs brand of laces, which is an extremely tight-knit lace, and they held up very well to abrasion. As you can see, they are impregnated with the Open-Offs. They will dry out a little bit. I only had to add a little bit more, I think once per the season. But as you can tell, it looks like I probably got a worn eyelet somewhere in there that's, chewing on these a bit, to the point where I was sort of chuckling at myself earlier this year, saying, wow, these have really held up well. This lasted a whole season, plus wearing them year round. And right as I said that, I think that next day I had one break as I put it on. Now, this is just a fisherman's knot to slide through. I prefer that more of a square knot. This will actually hold against itself. I didn't bother trimming them up or making it neat or tidy. This was just to get me through. Long story short, what I have been using is a product called Rhino laces. The only unbreakable laces on the planet is what they claim. They were created by wildland firefighters down in Florida. If memory serves me correct, they are guaranteed unbreakable. And this was actually proudly made in America, and this was part of a Kickstarter. You'll see a lot of the stuff I've been purchasing lately is sort of crowdsourced and Kickstarter. We'll get into that in a different video. But for Rhino laces, I've been very pleasantly surprised. These are 78 inches. I do believe, basically how I measure my laces is it's my arm length, so it's roughly around 80 some inches. Give you a shot of my old tired boots here. This is probably the last season for them before they get sent in for rebuild. As you can see, they go through the eyelets very well. They tighten very well. There's always that apprehension of over tightening your boots a little bit when they start to get worn, because you never really know when they're going to pop. And that always happens. It's inevitable sometimes during inspection before you're headed out to a fire. You go to tighten your boots up, and sure enough, that's probably the day they're going to pop. What they've done is they've got a really tough outer tightly woven nylon sheath, and they've got very nice crimped ends so you don't get any fraying. This is kind of more importantly why you need to get the correct sizing. It's not like you can buy a longer lace and cut them down. The reason these are unbreakable is that there is a metal core in here. There's a soft metal cable that is inside the sheath. I'll leave links down below. They've done plenty of their own sort of torture tests. You can see them burn this with a lighter, and the sheath will melt, but of course the cable won't. They do get a little kinky, as you can see when you start tying them. Now, to avoid that, they do give you these sort of cable locks. However, I believe this is just going to be a failure point. I haven't actually tried it, but this is just a cheap plastic sort of cable lock if you don't want to actually tie these. With that, because of the structure of these, when you do go to tie them, the bows are fairly stiff and sometimes can push your pants out a little bit. If you're wearing, fireman's Nomex, they will have a cinch of some sort on your the bottom of the boot, which isn't going to be an issue. They stay tied fairly well. I have noticed a couple times I've had to retie these. Again, you may eliminate that using their cable locks. I'm just going to choose not to. I may put those on some other boots that I'm not so tough on. But very pleased with them so far. No worry if these old, eyelets in here, none of them look like they're bent or crimped, which generally you can kind of see. But clearly by the way the laces have been wearing as of late, I probably do have something in there that's a little bit sharp. Just haven't had the time to source that down. But with these, I'm really not going to have any worries. In fact, I picked up a coyote color pair. They have multiple colors. And this is going to go on my sort of tactical, lighter weight Cordura type boot. And I'm never going to have to worry about laces again. They are a touch more expensive, but not that much. I believe the Obanoffs were $8 to $12, somewhere in that line. Whites does have their own version of kind of their, I think, soaked laces that are supposed to hold up. But with a actual cable inside the sheath, there's really no reason these will ever give you any trouble. Yeah, it's worth a look. Thanks for watching, guys.